Okay guys, due to a few messages that I've received recently asking about the pigeons, obviously yesterday we raced first young bird race in Lineage and I won it with a grandchild from my #1 breeding cock, which is, I've just put him back in the loft to show you. There he is. That's the pigeon I call Staff. What a pigeon he's been for me. I raced him for 2 years and he won 3 first prizes. He was second fed beaten by Gus, and in his very first nest he bred a fed winner out of Cheltenham, and he's back in his element. That's his box that he raced to. He's 2015 pigeon now, so he's 7 years old, but you can see the vitality in the pigeon, and it's all about them winning lines, guys. And I'm just going to show you now. And I put the other cocks back in, his grandsons back in, that have won this year and last year, and it just proves a point to me that you don't need lots of different pigeons. You just need that winning line. And once you've got that winning line and that good breeding pigeon, or a good pair of breeding pigeons, that's all you need. As many as you can of them, and they'll do you proud. Now, I've been racing these Van Bell pigeons since 2013 when I started back in the sport, and they've won, consistently won. So I'll just show you up there. That's his grandson. He won 2 first prizes of the young bird in 2021, and he won me 2 third prizes this year. This is his son, a direct son of my #1 breeder. That's his son, and he bred me the hen that won Mangotsfield this year. So the proof's there. And this is another yearling cock that won this year out of Cheltenham, and that's another grandson. And he's up, you look, that's how vitality he is. He's got up in the box fighting his grandson, look. So that's his grandson. He's trying to take the grandson's box. I've just introduced him back into the loft. And he's an old cock, but he's full of aggression. And that's what you want. You want pigeons that are highly motivated. And little things like just putting them back in the loft. These yearling cocks that have won this year, these have been out of this loft, as you know, if you've been watching my videos. They've been out of this loft for a good few weeks. But sometimes when you think about it, that's all you need to motivate. That's all you need to motivate. So we've got my #1 breeding cock, well proven, because 4 of his grandchildren have won this year. Sorry, 5 with yesterday's winners, also a granddaughter of him. There's a grandson of him. He won me a race out of Cheltenham. And there's the hen that won out of Mangotsfield. She's a granddaughter of him. Yeah. And this is the father, is a son of him, son of my #1 breeding cock. And is the father of him who won out of Cheltenham as a yearling. And he's also, I paired him to a daughter of treble 5 this year, and he bred me winner yesterday. Now, when I say winners from winners, I believe that's the best chance you've got. You can only work with pigeons that win. That's my philosophy. There's no room for second besters here. They've got to show the faces. It's as simple as that. And just going back to this cock here, I didn't actually race him. A lad down south called Tom Burkill, he had him off me as a young bird and raced him. And he won twice, but not only did he win twice, he topped the federation twice. And he's a son from my #1 breeder. And he's bred me 2 winners. There's one of them, a yearling, and the hen that won yesterday with 2 different hens. So that tells you something. Well, it tells me something. So you've got the sire of the loft, you've got his son, who bred me Mangotsfield winner, that check hen right there, and you've got his other son, who's not only a double federation winner, he's bred 2 winners with 2 different hens. So how many more pigeons do you need? You just need that winning line. There, that's his grandson, 2 first prizes. That's his grandson, won this year. That's his grandson, who won Newton Abbott for me. That's another grandson. He won the last old bird race of the season, if you've been watching my videos. That's another grandson. So I've got the 5 winners this year are all down from my #1 breeding cock. And you can see, he's 7 years old. But what a pigeon. I wish I had another couple like him in my loft, I'll tell you that. And that's the reason I race a small team, and they're a small team of winning pigeons. And they've been winning for me since 2013. But I am looking now to bring in summer to cross with them, because they are getting a bit inbred. And you can see that they're keen, but they are molting. So look, there he is, look. That's the double fed winner, son of staff, and bred 2 winners with 2 different hens. And he's going back down to Tom Burkill. He's having him back. And I'd just like to thank him for sending him up a couple of years ago to put the winning line back into him. Although I know that the pigeons, they're good. If you can raise pigeons, they'll win. That's a full brother to him. He's bred me Mangotsfield winner this year. Same way bred. So just thought I'd do this little short video for the guys that have asked about the family of pigeons. And as you can see, don't get me wrong, I've got Gus, who's the son of treble 5, who's bred winners, and my #1 breeder is a grandson of treble 5. So it just goes to show you. You know what I mean? When you only race a small team of pigeons, you want that winning line in every box. That's all you need. You don't need all these big fancy pedigrees. The pedigrees of these pigeons are first prizes in every generation. And when I say every generation, these are close to the tree. These winners from winners from winners from winners. The grandmother to him and the mother to Gus was a double ace pigeon in Belgium, and it was an hen racing against all the widow woodcocks. It won ace pigeon twice in 2009 and 2012 and 2013 when it was 4 years old, and that's the grandmother to the loft. Well, the grandmother to him, to the great grandmother to these cocks. And that winning line always prevails. You've got a better chance of getting the winners from them winners. There he is, Tom. You can see he's molting, but he's in good order. He'll be going back down to Norfolk. But the legacy will live on. The line, until something comes along and beats them, then that's all you can stick with. You've got to race them. And it's no good not sending them to the race. The racing pigeons, don't matter what they're off or how many the parents have won. To get that next good one, you've got to send them to them races. There you go, another son of staff. Yeah. I raced him, but he did snap a flight. I raced him this year, but he snapped a flight right down and I couldn't remove it. So he was handicapped, but he was very, very consistent to me loft this year. But he's bred me the Mangotsfield winner. He's bred me the end that won Mangotsfield. So that tells you. Them winners will breed winners. Okay. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. It's answered any questions that you've asked. The people who have asked know who they are. So you can see we've got the sire, the grandsire, got his grandchildren, all winners. His children. That's the line. Don't need anything else. Until something comes along and beats them, then you can keep your big fancy pedigrees. You can keep them. I've raced them. I've tried them. Well, all the best pigeons with big pedigrees. But they haven't stood the test with these. With my pigeons, they haven't stood the test. So, how many lofts? You know what I mean? I'll tell you that. Forget about the big fancy pedigree. As long as them parents have won, you want them pigeons off the winners or as close to the winners as possible. Not 4 or 5 generations away. That's my opinion. People might say, oh no, you're wrong. Well, I beg to differ. I prefer to have them out of the winners and race them than out of pigeons 3 or 4 generations away. The proof is in the pudding, in my loft. Now, I don't care what the pigeon cost. He don't know what he cost. He didn't know what he cost when I bought him, but I raised him. He's direct, 2015 from Gustav van Bell. And him and Gus were my best 2 pigeons from that year. And they were the only 2 pigeons that claimed a box out of the full round. So you've got to be ruthless to bring and to keep winning. I didn't send to the first 2 or 3 races Old Bird this year, but I've won the most first and I'm the highest prize winner Old Birds. I won 4 first prizes with them. And I didn't send to 3 or 4. So that tells you. So I hope you've enjoyed my video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and a like. And we'll see you on the next one. I'll try and get you a shot at the end of the end of yesterday. Also a granddaughter of it. And good luck in races next week. Take care. God bless you.